Hey, how's it going? We are continuing a series where we're taking a look at different opportunities available. I scouted most of the opportunities available. There are perhaps many that I haven't had a chance to see yet within the UK. But let's take a look at Europe and what's happening within Europe. I have covered with a number of videos about some of those opportunities. And within today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the next one. That would be EUREKA. And let's try to understand a little bit better of this opportunity and what it has to offer. EUREKA is a network focused on market-driven industrial research and development. Um in other words, a lot of businesses, some of those areas that a lot of businesses should focus on, in particular research and development, if anything, and some of those areas are very important for, or should be important, right? In particular, when you're allocating yourself as a business leader, if you're allocating some of your profits, I would highly recommend if it's 100%, right? So you have money coming in, and perhaps where you're spending your money going out, right? 100% of those profits perhaps should be allocated out of 100. Perhaps 5-10% should be allocated. Depends, right, on what kind of sums that we're talking about. But either way, should be allocated for research and development. Uh, I thought what would it be better for me taking a look at some of the online resources first, or perhaps straight away jumping on a company's website and try to understand everything directly. Uh, Usually, I like to have a second opinion about some of those organizations and some of those processes, what it's like working with those. But for this video, let's jump on companies' or organizations' website and try to understand something that they do and how they can support different businesses. Innovation beyond borders. We are the world's biggest public network for international cooperation in research and development and innovation. Present in over 45 different countries, which is kind of a great thing. This is what they're doing. If anything, perhaps they have a large network, right? When it comes to delivering some of those projects, sometimes if there's too many people at the table, it might be complex process. But again, it depends, right? What this organization can do for you or support some of the issues that you have, right? Provide access to public funding throughout the Ministry of Funding agency in your country. We can give you access to public funding for your research and development projects. So it's something that they're doing. Sometimes they would not necessarily give you like money, if that makes sense. So sometimes they would give you access to money that then you can take that money and use it to fund some of the services that we require when working on research and development. The system itself is constantly changing. It used to be called de minimis, but that would be very European. Depending on where you are located, it might be called differently. But they have those government programs where you would be able to access that money, and that money can be used for facilitate different activities. They can help you in driving international collaboration. We can help you find international partners, build your ideal project consortium, and choose the best program. I don't know. Perhaps again, I'm not supported, so I might lean towards perhaps be very pessimistic. I don't know. It's good that there's options available out there, but perhaps there's not necessarily that many projects or groups of individuals interested in working together, but it depends, right? One would be boost expansion into new markets. If anything, if you're looking to expand, not necessarily domestically, but internationally, that would be one of those ways how I can potentially do that. We will support you as your access to new markets by providing tools and advices for expansions. Okay, usually that's my personal experience. I'm not necessarily talking with the right people, right? Usually, most of those projects might get stuck within administration staff who usually there they would be such a problematic people. Well, that's my experience. And the last one would be offer personalized advice, right? So I'll take the word for it. This is something that they perhaps been funded by taxpayers. So I'll reach out to this organization. I will see how easy it is to do business with this particular organization. I don't know. I can share some experience, but usually it depends. It's just people, right? Usually some people might come to work. They're not in the best mood. Things can happen, right? So not necessarily that one person can reflect entire organization. So, but usually it's very hard to do business with anyone, right? Let's see, right? The EUREKA contact in your country can advise, support, and guide you from development of your project ideas to its commercialization. So you need to find a contact in your country, and you need to reach out to that contact. Usually that contact, usually it's a mess. That's my personal understanding and experience. Usually it's a mess, but that person don't know what he's doing. Again, it's a million problems, right? The person might be there in the first place to gain some experience points. He would gain experience, so he would write down something on his CV, if that makes sense. So the person of there, the contact usually would be a recent graduate perhaps, and he is interested in gaining some experience, not a business leader, if that makes sense. Not someone who has been within the industry for 20 years and have built businesses, if that makes sense. So it would be someone who is coming from academic background. So it's you need to sit down and try to explain how to do some how color red looks like, or someone who never seen color red, if that makes sense. This is my experience. I have reached out to this organization. I had made I fill in an application form, and I have reached out the email. Normally, from my experience, I would need to reach out, I don't know, to 20 different ways, to say the least. So you would get a person, and you get in the right person, in front of the right person, and speak, to enable to speak you to the right person, so that person can address, and you can communicate, you can address real issues, right? Until then, I don't know, you might be able to speak with administration stuff, I don't know. I just noticed that this organization is based in Belgium, right? I don't know if any of you have watched documentaries of what's happening within Belgium, but I think there's a lot of businesses who decided to locate themselves in Belgium. This is what they said in the documentary, right? And you need to take out people for dinners, so how you can match those businesses, to say the least. I'm not entirely sure what is currently. Those dinners cannot be more than 149 euros or something like that. And there's the guidelines how you should take out people for dinners just to get your business off the ground within Europe. So this is the guidelines, right? You need to find the person, and then you need to take this person out for dinner and do presentations about your business and products and services. So you yourself reach out to those people by email, or how you can match that. So that's food for thought, right? Uh, I might take a look at the reasoning why any people might be interested, organizations or business leaders, small, micro, small, medium, large organizations might be interested in doing business with this particular network, right? There's a list of reasons why. Something that they put together, right? From there, we might be jumping on some of those programs and taking a look at something that they managed to accomplish. Perhaps that's one way of doing it when it comes to optimizing taxpayers' money and how well some of those organizations are operating. First, why EUREKA? We believe that the business knows best. So we give you the freedom to create your ideal consortium and decide the technological focus of your international RSD or research and development projects. Our programs are flexible and open to startups, SMEs, large companies, research organizations, and universities. So perhaps you would need to structure so you have a good balance of all those areas. I have my own ways, but all the people are different depending on what kind of problems or issues you're looking to solve. Number one, provide access to public funding. With access to national public funding, your ambitious international RSD projects become achievable. Since 1985, we have gained 48.4 billion euros to organize, support, and success of just over 7,000 RSD projects. So something that they managed to do so far since then. So I don't know how they're reporting right now, but since then this is something that they have done and trying to. Perhaps we can take a look at statistics. Perhaps it would be real-time data and how this organization perform would be interesting thing to do. But either way, let's progress to number 2. Drive international collaboration. Are you perfect project partner beyond your national borders? EUREKA is the first experience of international collaboration for many of our participants, organizations, and programs. Encourage you to develop new RSD and business relationships. So they have that, as well as number 3, boost expansion into new markets. So this is what they have set targets to, right, in achieving. Programs focus on RSD of close to market products. So perhaps the readiness, technology readiness levels should be very quite high, right? Processes or services, and with more than 45 countries in our network, we can easily explore markets in Europe, North America, South America, Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Okay. I see a mess over there already, because they would say, oh, there's a person there, but it would be so many problems, so many problems. Or if they not necessarily, perhaps not enough about number of problems that you need to face dealing business with, if it would be UK dealing with Europe, right, when it comes to legal requirements, right? Just try to think about new set of legal requirements than doing business with something like Sub-Saharan Africa. Oh, it's gonna be even more problems, but perhaps it's good that there's options there. And the last one, offer personalized advice. It's something that I'm currently looking to do. Perhaps an introduction, that would be a good place to start. And we can take it from there. When it comes to doing business, perhaps I would be allocated point of contact within UK, and from there I can progress then networking and finding different business ventures and try to understand what's happening within Europe. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book, Game Strategy. Within this book, I'm sharing a lot of information with the people who are interested in learning more. In particular, I'm focusing a lot on business. There are a lot of areas within different books I'm looking to share more expertise in and knowledge in, but within this book I'm sharing a lot of knowledge and expertise when it comes to business and running your own business, in particular when it comes to trying to understand a little bit better how to do research when it comes to starting new business, venturing into new markets, right? Well, those areas, how to address those. From there, taking action and actually setting up and starting your own business. From there, once you have a lot of resources or access to different kind of resources, how you can allocate those resources and how you can base your knowledge and expertise there. So all these 3 areas are covered within this book. There's a QR code in the corner, or you can purchase it on the company's website below. And some of the programs that was accomplished by this network, that would be EUREKA in Spain. They had supported a number of different projects within Spain, and there are a lot of different opportunities there for people who are interested. Myself, I have done a lot of business, right? All kind of business. I know some people from Spain. It's kind of fun, I guess, but not necessarily when it comes to business. It's a lot. It can be a lot of fun. It can be a lot of fun, but when we talk about business, it can be completely different areas that we should focus on. Either way. Let's take a look at Spain funds. That would be clusters. There are 5 funded Eurostars. That would be something that perhaps they're still looking to improve, as well as Globalstars. I'm not entirely sure how they're operating in those. Perhaps it's something new that they're constantly reinventing or looking to improve, as well as there might be different networks available there. When it comes to network projects, Innowwide, Innovate readiness. I don't know. they're trying to do something right. And we are talking about a number of different companies, organizations, and how they're looking to build those networks, if anything. But that's the sense that I'm getting. That's not necessarily how things are being done right. If anything, there are, as well as there are different opportunities out there available on the organization's website. But if anything, I would highly recommend first reaching out to this organization and try to understand how this organization would like to do business from there progressing to actually applying for any of those opportunities there. But that's my personal experience, since it can be very time consuming and not necessarily sometimes they would write down some interesting things within the contracts that would fit only with a handful of organizations. So yourself, if you that's my personal experience. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.